NHD World History Fair Day by Arianna, Bojana, and Giovana. In this documentary, we will tell you about the Titanic and how it was a turning point in history. After the Titanic crashed, new safety regulations came into effect and also new laws. The Titanic changed many laws. For example, how many lifeboats and life vests are needed on a ship. Listen to this documentary for more information. The RMS Titanic was launched on May 31, 1911. The ship was a dream come true. Knowing the size of it, 883 feet, and with their watertight compartments and electronic watertight doors, it was supposed to be unsinkable. But the ship builders Harland and Wolff insist the Titanic was never advertised as an unsinkable ship. They claim that the unsinkable myth was the result of people's interpretations of articles in the Irish News and the Shipbuilder magazine.
The Titanic cannot follow the laws on their voyage. The regular amount of lifeboats supposed to be on an 880-foot ship is 32. Titanic only had 20 lifeboats on board. 20 lifeboats only fits 1,178 people. That would supply 52% of the people on board. So the Titanic was only supplied with enough lifeboats to fit half of the maximum number of passengers. When they started to put passengers in the lifeboats, they put only 20 people on each boat. The actual capacity of each lifeboat was 64 people. Some lifeboats shifted off to sea better. They were properly deployed. Also, many passengers didn't want to leave the ship because they thought it was just a joke.
Therefore, because of this disaster, they had to change some laws. New laws were passed after the Titanic crashed. Most of the laws that were changed were for the lifeboat situation, making it safer. First of all, the ships are required to have enough lifeboats for each and every person on board. Also, another set law that was that passengers and crew members are now required to have a lifeboat drill before every voyage. These two laws were set, hoping it wouldn't set confusion for another tragic disaster. In the times following the Titanic sinking, ice patrols on the North Atlantic Ocean followed more strict rules regarding onboard radius. Crew members and passengers were required to follow them at all times. Now, lifeboat safety drills are required. Also, in 1914, the International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea was created. This replaced the patchwork of national convention with one global maritime safety standard. This information is stated from cbc.ca.
Many of her laws were set. Laws about police and safety were set after the Titanic's crash. The law is that on all ships, a police system should be devised to ensure control on board in times of emergency. This means that there will be more safety in times of problems on board.
Laws also changed about ice and icebergs to help prevent crashes, maybe like the Titanic's depressing sinking. This law is that all future companies should include in their regulations that when ice has been sighted near or in the path of the ship should either alter its course to steer well clear of this danger or proceed at moderate speed. The next law is important mainly toward captains. The law is that all ship captains must be aware that under the Maritime Conventions Act of 1911, it is considered an offense to not aid a ship in distress when it is possible to do so.
The last law is that all lookouts should undergo sight tests at regular intervals. Those are the most important laws set after the Titanic's crash and sink.
There are many fun facts about RMS Titanic. Did you know that RMS stands for Royal Merchant Ship? The builders of the Titanic were Harland and Wolff. The designer was Thomas Drews. The Titanic was finished being built on April 2, 1912. The Titanic is as long as the Empire State Building. A cute fact of the Titanic is that there were 13 couples on board the Titanic celebrating their honeymoon. It's hard to believe, but the Titanic only had 6 toilets on the whole ship and 4 elevators. A creepy fact was that there were no cats on the Titanic. In that time, cats were usually brought on ships for good luck. Titanic had no cats, and Titanic had no luck. The Titanic really marked our world, with its wonders but mostly disasters. This turning point in history will not be forgotten.